And welcome on in everyone to Omens of Destruction. I'm Space Wizard Total War. Today we'll be showing off some battles for Omens of Destruction, and this time we'll be getting into some Gorbad, Ironclaw, and Gnarla, his Trelston Pigsteed. You have not seen, we've already released two battles for both Khorne and the Ogres, and we'll be having many more battles to come in the future. Any of the units that we haven't shown off here in this battle or the other two will be in the more future battles, because these first three were mostly for kind of more early game scenarios as opposed to what we're going to be doing with the later. So tomorrow will be mostly focused on kind of later game battles or more built up scenarios for myself, that way we can actually show off the remainder of the units in a nice cinematic way. So for here, we are only going to be able to be showing off the actual new Goblin and Bolt Throwers, which are very meh, but I still love them all the same. Their ramshackle appearance, they look great. You get 8 of them, and we'll go show off their actual stats here. So we have a plan active right now that's giving all of our missile units flaming attacks. They don't normally have flaming attacks. Go ahead and hit the good old pause here. This giant crossbow is designed to smash through battle lines at close range, enabling the Greenskins to then charge in and smash the foe into bloody pieces. Very low health, you got 8 models, very low armor, very low leadership. They've got very low stats across the board. They're very cheap and cheerful artillery that has 22 ammunition, 320 range, and only 103 missile strength. Thankfully, that is a majority armor piercing, and in 50 bonus versus large, they'll be doing a chunk of extra damage to any large units they're firing at, but they won't blow you away with their damage by any means, and their accuracy leaves a fair bit to be desired. It's still good to have in the early game. We've also got Gorbad here, who is upon his mighty pig steed, and has pretty nasty stats himself. 65 and 50 on his attack and defense, 70 speed upon his pig, and 100 armor. No shield for Gorbad, so any missiles coming his way are going to hurt quite badly. Even though he's got one here, he just doesn't like to use it. He uses his head to catch his arrows. We've got 480 armor piercing weapon strength. Their 80 charge bonus, again, since he's upon his pig, I think it's like 40 or 50 normally. He has Orcs Are the Best as his normal activated ability from base, which will be giving whichever unit in he desires 50% more base and armor piercing damage, as well as 24 melee attack. It's a very good ability. And he also will be encouraging everyone, being a lord. Plain and simple, you listen to what I say and we win this good. I'll take care of the big stuff. Got that? Got it. So we are here battling with another boss in the underways as our squigs freak out back here. A little bit wounded they are. I've picked up some mercenaries from the nearby group of ogres. Was trying to mostly get just man-eater pistols, but we gotta have some normal man-eaters too. Boar boys, of course, taking up the rear. Love the color scheme here for Gorbad's Ironclaw Orcs. They are incredible. The good old black and red color scheme that, once given, can never be taken back. We got our Biggins, we got our man-eater pistols, we got our squigs, which I can kind of show off. Again, I don't think I can show off any of the actual plans themselves, but I can show you that this one gives squigs flammable, which flammable on your squigs and all your missile troops that aren't ogres. Flaming attacks. Quite a cool little combo there. So we have sent Gorbad in to bother the enemies, and they are posturing up. They've got a mage over here to throw gobbo spells at us. One of the things that makes the gobbos counter the orc shamans is their little wah missile attack here. Vindictive Glare has a lot more range than the Gaze of Mork, and does a pretty chunky amount of damage for how much it costs. So as you'll see in a second, I've got my mage running on over here towards, trying to do some dueling with him, only to learn rather quickly that I am not the better dueling mage. It's time to run. Run. Also, looks like both the lore of the Little and Big Wah have received a little bit of a visual overhaul, and I think it looks great. So we're just trying to poke the enemy a little bit, get them moving towards us. We got our Fire at Will, Fire while moving man-eater pistols, trying to not bother these gobbos, hit the forest goblins behind. There we go. Pretty chunky damage. You have archers here that we're going to have to keep in mind and fall back quite quickly. And more Vindictive Glare comes our way. Ogre's getting peppered with some damage, but none of them fall, thankfully, so our skirmish boys doing their work. And I'll actually go ahead and speed things along, because they do posture on us for a little bit longer. Is an underway battle. Use this opportunity to take a little bit better look at what they have. It's almost a mirror army here, except for they've got 2 sets of Orc Boar Boys, and all of their squigs are actually fully healed. They've got some Wolf Rider archers and some Snarling Pump Wagons to roll on in with too. All things considered, if we didn't have the Ogres, they would definitely have the upper hand here. We have the Gorbad. They're going to keep doing their posturing until I've done a little bit more damage, so we'll go ahead and speed things up a bit more here. Another Vindictive Glare goes out, and that's a little bit more damage than I would like on my Man-Eater pistols. Plan was to get a couple more shots, pick off a few more goblins while we could, and then fall back before Vindictive Glare could get its cooldown. Still, we couldn't poke them free of their defensive position, so I decided to advance so that my artillery was in range of their boys. At that point, they immediately decided, oh no, it's time to run. Now we can see these things back here are still rampaging. Hadn't quite gotten them back under control yet. We can travel with the... Oh, we can't travel with them here? How sad. Still, there's the Ballista on the way. You can see the damage they'd taken there. Wasn't that significant. But it's going to be very fun to have thematic goblin armies with nothing but gobbos now. Gobbos and squigs. Which I think will be our next orc battle showcase we have here. Gorbad I sent straight through. And he is bullying this shaman. And unfortunately, Gnarla keeps knocking him around instead of keeping him in one spot for us to chop. Hold still so I can chop ya. He's of course not going to, but the rest of his force doesn't want to fight. Gorbad at all. We sent our mage up, give him a headbutt to blast some space, and they charge headlong into squigs. Squigs charge headlong into spears. See, they spent all their time shouting at the enemy instead of bracing. The squigs arrive, they smash into the goblins. They're gonna have themselves a snack on those goblins. Spores flying on in as the orc hordes meet. Our squigs charging on it as well. Got a biggin brawl over here on this side. The blue biggins versus the red biggins. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They also are dueling with their skirmish archers of their own. The sneaky stabbing goes down for their side there. Looks like a Vindictive Glare swinging towards our Ballista. Now we lost one of the models, which is quite known to happen. I've got them just picking off the chariots here. That's why they haven't really charged into battle. Gorbad finally landing some hits. Get that chopper planted. Got Fist of Gork powering up our board charge as we start to roll this flank. As soon as our leadership kit starts to go, it's very hard to tell whose squigs are whose. I don't think the Orc boys would even risk it. They would just smash any squig they saw. Ogre's waiting on it now. Finishing off the weakened blue orcs. Yeah, boys. And like that, Gorbad pretty well achieves dominance over this weaker tribe. As soon as their war bosses crump something proper, bring them into the fold or else. Glorious. We're having a ton of fun here with Omens of Destruction. I'm going to go ahead and jump into another battle recording. I will see you all in the next one.